What specific things did you address the team, and what did you work on here in practice?
Well, I think I think what we address is one that we've got to work harder, we got to compete harder, and we have to have better support. Like too often, we're losing battles because it's 1 against 2, and so that was the main focus. And then some of the drills we did today were specifically for that, like trying to get in, did some breakouts and then some D-zone coverage, and then some 2-on-2 boxing out different areas. But I think kind of getting back to basics, and but overall, I think our mental state to me has to change. We've got to be more of a willing to pay the price, and we need to bring it every night, not one game on, one game off.
Looks like based on what we saw with line rushes, you might make some tweaks to the line combinations. An update on Matthew Joseph?
You can't. Won't be ready until I think Calgary's the game that we're aiming at.
Okay.
So I think he's on IR now. So I think Calgary's the target date for him.
High energy practice. You mentioned there was an emphasis on battling. Did you notice an increased hunger on the ice this morning?
Well, I thought there was more attention to details, and it's a process, and I think we just got to have better habits, and be focused. I think these guys can do it. It's just it's a matter of putting their minds to it. I think a good example is Vancouver. Last year, Vancouver was a team that was struggling, and they turned it around pretty quick, and not so many changes in the personnel, just how they're playing and how. To be successful, there's a price to be paid.
Can simple things like puck luck change mentality and change maybe the fragility of some players?
Well, puck luck you don't control. So I think you got to work on things that you have control on. And, I think sometimes you may play a great game and lose, and I'm okay with that. It's, to me, it's about the process. It's about how we play. We got to be hungrier. We got to be stronger on our sticks. We just got to show more determination.
Though you can take lessons from a game like last night, is it important to not dwell on it on a 5-game road trip like this and kind of focus on the next task at hand?
Yes, for sure. I think the next task is Seattle. They're a good hockey club, but I think right now the focus is on how we play the game, and we're going to give information about Seattle. But the main focus is not so much, we don't control what they do, we control how we play.
You're back at her here, and as Shabby said last night, the good news is about this game, you can erase the memory of 24 hours ago and just get back at it.
Yeah, I mean, I have said that a lot. Whether it is win or loss, you do have to move forward, and we still got a lot of games left on the trip, and a big one tomorrow night for us in a hard building to play in, and against a really good, fast, quick team. So as sour of a taste that last night is left in our mouths, we do have to move forward and learn from it. Go over the aspects of our game that we need to get better in and execute better in, and implement those for tomorrow night. But have a forward-moving mindset, I think, is important.
Drills designed today to win battles, compete harder, mindset. It's all about change.
Yeah, I mean, like in last night's game, there were some moments where we weren't executing to how we should have been, and the standard that we want to have inside of our dressing room and for our team. So it kind of turned around and bit us a little bit last night, and so sometimes when you get practice time at this time of year, we don't get a lot of it. It seems like the schedule is moving so quickly that we don't get a ton of real good practice days. So it was nice to get some of those reps in. We did some line rushes and some battle drills out there, and I think that was important as well.
Travis, you mentioned it a bit here already, but you didn't get the result last night. But can a game like this at the beginning of a road trip kind of light a fire in the belly for the rest of the road trip?
I mean, you hope so. You certainly, 48 hours ago or whatever, you wouldn't have wanted to draw it up this way, but it's the hand that we're dealt, and yeah, we laid an egg last night for sure, but we can't dwell on it. I mean, it's a long road trip, and no one's going to feel sorry for ourselves. None of these other teams are going to feel sorry for us. So we just got to put our head down, nose to the grind, and keep working and keep pushing. And it starts with the big one tomorrow night in the first period, especially.